Welcome back to Digi Bro and
There's
Pals,
the rocket
everybody.
launcher.
That was Master Chief of the rocket launcher to start us off. We're in another actually cool level.
Oh yeah, I remember this one because it's all color. Oh, so this is the original.
Alright, this actually looks better in the remake. Yeah.
So that's one thing. They did a lot better with the grassy levels
Yeah.
and mountains and things.
Yeah,
look at that. There's no bush. Fucking shrub.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
So.
Yeah, I remember I loved this level as a kid because you play those two Arbiter levels and it's just like dark and dreary, and then you come here and it's like, oh yeah, this is fucking
jungle.
Cool. And I think there's this coming up soon is where we have this really cool bridge that I thought it was the coolest bridge ever when I was a kid.
I thought the last one was the coolest bridge ever.
No, not bridge section, but like the actual bridge itself.
Oh, okay.
Where you have like the hollow bridge. You'll see it in a bit.
I know what you're talking about.
It's completely, all the bridges in Halo games are like really stupid because they're like way too complicated to make any sense logically. but they're pretty cool to watch unfold in the game. But anyway, I want to summarize the last 5 minutes. We got up after that last episode. I had to pee, and then Josh, I come out of the bathroom and Josh says, "The sound of you peeing made me have to pee." And then he goes into the bathroom and closes the door, and a few seconds later he yells, "I have a topic!
I know what to talk about!
I know what to talk about!" from the bathroom. Josh, what's your topic?
So, about a month ago, I had an extreme existential crisis.
Sounds like an average Tuesday for me. So
Yeah.
tell me about
last month,
I think I'm shooting.
Last month, the game I have been most anticipating for like 5 years came out.
Fallout 4. Yeah. You didn't like it?
I loved it.
Okay.
I'm still playing it. I love it so fucking much. It actually plays a lot like Mass Effect now. It's kind of weird.
Are you into the town building and shit?
Yeah, I'm not good at it, but I love it. But that's not where I had the existential crisis. It was in the character creator.
Oh, did you make yourself?
So
it's like a
whenever
hollow version of yourself?
whenever I try to make where the fuck am I going? I can't even focus.
I don't know.
Now.
I was trying to follow.
Whenever I get a game that has a character customization, my first thought is always, oh, let me make myself, because I want to feel like I'm actually in the game.
Right.
I want to be Commander Shepard type thing.
My initial is always, let me make the perfect version of myself, aka an 8-year-old girl.
The Lolita. But I was going through the customization. I was like, well, the default features kind of look like me already. And I was like, well, that hairstyle is what mine is.
Did you realize you're a default human
I was like,
being?
oh my god, I'm a default character in real life. And then I posted a Facebook status, like I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, oh my god, there's nothing special about me. I am not unique as a person. I am not a special snowflake. And then other people started chiming in. They're like, actually, you know what? There's a character in the new Call of Duty game that kind of looks like you. And then people were like just bringing up examples of default, like if you hit the bumper and get a default skin, there's always one that sort of looks like me. And I was like, oh my god. And I was just freaking the fuck out. I was like, I'm a default character. And then people were pointing out real live people that look like me. And I was like, of course I look like them. I'm fucking default. They just picked the default setting. They didn't actually customize anything. God ran out of options and he picked me. And I was
so are you gonna like change your hairstyle or color?
Well, that's
or something?
what happened.
Oh, you did?
I ended up like getting one of those undercut styles where I got.
Yeah, I noticed you had it, but I wasn't sure if that was something you changed.
That was part of the reasoning.
But that's a really common haircut, though.
It is more common, but it's not common for me. So I was like, okay, I got something different. I feel a little more.
And then you realize that is also a
generic I went back into Fallout because I was gonna like change my hairstyle. I hit the bump. I went down the list, and sure enough, my hair was there, and I was back to being a default character. I was just like, oh my god, I was losing my mind, and I was just like, I can't. I'm not special.
You're too normal.
I'm too normal to be in this world.
I don't know. I see a lot of people who look like me, because they all do my job. Like,
right.
Almost all the YouTubers.
Like, there's a stereotypical look for your job.
Yeah, like, the kind of person who ends up doing YouTube reviews tends to be someone with a beard and not always long hair, but they usually have a beard. They're usually a white guy in their 20s with blue eyes and a beard. Like, I've seen a lot of them. Go look at SNES Drunk, kind of looks like me. Campster's like a fat me. That's Errant Signal. Who's another one that looks just like Jesse Wood? Looks a bit like me, but like more light hair and less curly beard. I guess he and I don't look too much alike until you see too much of us at moments when we look alike. There's moments where I look a lot like Jesse Wood, but it's not every day.
That was my existential crisis that I had. Just the realization that I'm a default character.
That's a beautiful thing. I'm pretty sure there's light novels written about that. Like, because in light novels or in like anime in general, every character just looks like any Japanese guy.
Right.
And there's often characters who get like existential over the fact that they are just a light novel character.
Like I had existential crises before, but never anything like as jarring as that one was to me.
Right.
For some reason, that just bothered me so much.
You actually did go out and get a haircut.
I did. Like I almost.
But you just kind of got the Macklemore haircut.
Like I pretty much asked because the first thing I
it's
did.
Not super Macklemore.
No,
you have a lot more on the sides than
the thing. I immediately asked my girlfriend. I was like, I should get a haircut. What kind of haircut should I get? I was just like, pick a haircut. And she sent me pictures, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get that haircut. And I left like immediately from my house. Like I stopped playing my game.
Oh, where the fuck did this
I paused Fallout. I saved it. I went to Hair Cuttery, and I showed her a picture of what my girlfriend sent me. I said, do that to my head. And that was my way of getting out of default state.
Look at this.
Even though I was still in default. What the
Do you see what this is gonna do?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we get to watch it as soon as we find the switch.
What did it originally look like?
Same, pretty much the same.
It looked like desolate.
But we gotta find the switch that activates it, and I think it's in here where I just got killed. Oh, I had to fall down from the top. That's why. There's like a hole in the top of this place, and you go down in there.
Oh, you gotta go in the hole. I see.
Yeah. But there's an elite down there who killed me. So be careful. Alright, I think you activated the bridge.
I did.
Sweet. I'm gonna watch it from up here.
Okay, I got him.
There we go. It's moving.
I got the elite.
Look at this. Look at this. It's on like a sloped track.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, and then it goes to fill and there's like these energy beams. I have no idea what those are about. I don't know if those are powering the bridge or something. But it goes down this slope. Just get on it while it moves. Yeah, it's like an escalator. And now there should be a warthog somewhere that we should have had, because we can take on that thing with it.
Well, we're men, so we're gonna take it on with our fists.
I think we can get a vehicle, though. I think there might be a vehicle around. Yeah, that bridge alone... Oh, there's some ghosts coming in. We had to commandeer them,
killed him. I got the
Ah,
wrist.
damn it. Shit. Fuck. I am a fool. Damn, one fucking shot from this thing took that ghost out.
And then
one charged up grunt shot.
So
I must have hit him right in the engine or something.
After my little crisis, I was like, I don't want to play Fallout right now. I need a moment away from video games. And I started watching BoJack Horseman.
Oh, yeah.
Every episode is a fucking existential crisis.
That helped a lot.
And I was just like, great, I'm going to bed.
Was that like season 1 or 2?
Both.
Oh, man.
I started just watching both, and I was just like, this whole show is an existential crisis. I can't function right now.
Dude, did I tell you about how I watched season 1 of BoJack Horseman?
No.
I downed a whole bottle of wine. I think I was like already drunk, and then I also downed a whole bottle of wine like in the process of watching it. So by the end I was like wasted, because I had heard that the show is like a drunken downward spiral. So I was like, I want to be in one when I watch it.
I want to be in a drunken downward spiral.
And it was a perfect experience of the show, but there's like parts I just don't remember, like because I was so drunk by the time I got to them that like my memory of it was patchy.
And then there's plenty of other shows where I was like, maybe I should watch this, but then I realized like, oh god, that's existential too.
Right.
Like fucking Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, that'll kill you.
I was just like, this is like, I was like, TV and video games are fucking me up right now.
Yeah.
I can't consume any kind of media content.
With BoJack, like episode 10 is where like they do like the drug trip and it gets like really fucked up. And it's great because they played Death Grip's song at that part. I think it's No Love plays at that part, which is like one of the most intense fucking like heavy Death Grip songs. And it's like playing that and they're like doing fucking heroin and shit, and then they just like go on this crazy drug trip. And I was so drunk that it was like really fucking
You're
with
like,
me.
what the hell is happening?
And then like as soon as I was done with the show, I put on Death Grips. It was just like going ape shit in my room, you know? Whenever I get drunk and that happens, I have to be like, because like no matter how drunk I get, I'm usually very like I'm still conscious because you know I tend to think a lot in general. So like I'll be doing crazy stuff, but I stop myself before like I get too crazy. And like I'll always have to prevent myself from breaking something. There's always something I really want to break.
But you're like,
but
I'm
this. Just conscious enough to prevent it. And with that particular case, because the first song on the new Death Grips album, Jenny Death, is I break mirrors with my face in the United States.
Oh.
And so I'm blasting I break mirrors with my face in the United States, looking at myself in the mirror in the bathroom, just like, what if I broke this with my face? And I'm like, I'm weighing the options.
What if I did this?
I'm like making a serious consideration of the options because I was like, I have a job, I have money. I could replace this mirror if I need to. Like, I have the money to replace this mirror, and I really want to break it with my face right now. Like, why deny myself this pleasure? But then I was like, you know, I'll probably bleed everywhere, and I'll have to pick up the glass shards, and I'll be too drunk to pick up the glass shards. So, let's not do it. In retrospect, very glad I made that decision. I don't think the extremely momentary pleasure of breaking a mirror with my face in the United States to the lyrics of the song would have been worth the...
I've done that before where I've broken something, and I'm like, I could just buy another one, only to find out that there are no more of those things.
What did you break?
There was like this...
Oh, Jesus, dude, you hit me.
There was like this controller I had for the PS2. It was like a wireless see-through controller.
Oh, yeah.
Type thing, and I was just like... I got so mad. I think I was playing Jack and Daxter, and I don't know what happened, but I got very angry, and I was just like, you know what?
It can be frustrating.
And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. And I snapped it, and I was like, whatever. I have some money. I'll go buy another one. And I went to the store the next day, only to find out that that particular controller had been discontinued, and that I couldn't get it anymore.
What did you just have to get like a normal?
I just had to get a normal one. I was just like, this wasn't worth it. I really like that controller.
Yeah, you should never give in to rage. Don't be like Brando and constantly break shit. Although at least, like, I don't know exactly how it is that Brando, like, because Brando would get mad at stuff, but he wouldn't, like, be aiming to break it. He would just like
happen.
Throw something and like maybe it breaks. Whereas my cousin Jared, when he got mad at stuff, he would break it. You know, like he would.
It was his point to break it.
Yeah, like he was mad at it and therefore it had to die. Brando will like, he throws controllers a lot, and so he'll like, you know, sometimes he'll damage them a little bit from throwing them, but like he usually regrets it instantly. It's
he's
like,
like, oh,
he throws
damn
the
it.
controller and then he's mad, you know, like because he's angry, and then he's like, I shouldn't have done that.
And then he gets mad at the fact that he's mad.
Whereas my cousin
throwing
Jared would just break game consoles and shit. He told us one time how he broke a copy of Soul Edge by punching through the PlayStation while it was on. Like into,
oh my god.
Like through the lid into the game. He like just fucking was so mad at the game that he broke the whole console.
This like ancient.
And I think he said he had 7 PS1s.
Oh my god.
Yeah, his mom did not discipline him well.
Clearly.
He was kind of a like legitimate psychopath though. Like he was a very violent individual. And eventually joined the military to do something with that violence. I remember reading because they like interviewed him in like a local newspaper one time for being in the military or whatever, just like to ask him about his service, and he was talking about how like he was like a sniper and he had experiences of people like like shooting at him and like having a bullet like whiz by his head by like miss him by like 4 inches, and all he thought was like, fucking idiot of like the person who shot at him.
He can't fucking shoot.
Right, like this person's an idiot, and I was just like, Jared's a psycho.
There's no other way to.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he
mentality.
joined the military because he knew he could kill people and like
And not get in trouble for it.
Well, and I don't know that he necessarily like wanted to kill people, but I think he knew that he could do it. Like he was mentally capable.
Arose for him to do it. He could do it.
Sniper rifle. Like I wouldn't even be able to kill someone in self-defense. He could kill someone just because it's his job, you know. And be like,
oh god,
they were terrorists. I shot them. You know, like that's what I do. He's a scary man. He's old now. He's like 32. He's my eldest cousin.
Oh,
but yeah, that's why we didn't get video games as kids, because my mom thought they would make us violent like him. But it wasn't the video games that made Jared violent.
Hey, he was just violent.
He was just a very violent person, violently minded. He was violent before games became a part of his life, and he was violent after they stopped being a part of his life. Ooh, look at this little cavern down here. I think we gotta go this way.
Boom! I need more ammo.
There's a bunch of guns up on the, like, where we just were.
Ooh, someone had a sniper.
Like, go climb the building a little bit, and you'll find a place where there's, like, a bunch of military drops.
Ooh.
Like they dropped us a bunch of. I got a sniper rifle and a assault rifle. There's a bunch of SMGs up there. I don't know where the fuck to go though.
You gotta go up. Oh, okay, here it is.
What was your first gaming experience? Like, what were your early days of gaming like?
Like my very first one, or like the first one that meant something to me?
Your very first one.
The very first video game I played.
For me, it was Diddy Kong Racing.
I'm not this old, but the very first video game I played was Pong.
Oh yeah.
I'm not old enough to like be I'm only 23. I'm younger than you.
Yeah.
But I remember my mom had Pong. And she like let me play it. Like
Pong on like a system that was just Pong.
Yes, like actual Pong.
Yeah.
Like she had one like when
like pre-Atari.
Yeah, like she actually had one. And I remember playing that. After that, I don't really have much memory of anything else.
There's suddenly jackals everywhere.
I don't have much memory of anything else because like I wouldn't get a lot of video games for presents or anything. I'd get like actual toys, and I would go outside. And me and my friends would beat each other up with sticks and shit. Yeah. But after that, I was like Super Mario and like all the classic Pac-Man and Tetris.
Dude, that's the amusing thing about like about games. I don't think any gamer realizes this until they have kids. That games are cheap.
Yeah.
Like, people think of games as like being way too expensive because it's like, oh, $60 is so much, you know, but like
you'd be surprised, like, comparatively, like
because the amount you get out of a game is like quite a good deal. Like, not only can you play, like, usually get a few hours, you know, even for like a short game, you can get like 5 or 6 hours of gameplay, and you'll probably keep it around forever and play it again, you know, in the future. Like,
and with a game like Halo, if it's got some sort of multiplayer, you're gonna play it with friends and have fun with them and things like that.
Whereas for $60 in the toy world, that will buy you like a mid-grade Nerf gun that you'll play with for a week, maybe. Like, you'll play with it 3 times, get sick of it, and then you'll grow out of it. Where the fuck are you? Because
I went forward. The toys I got like a I got a Jurassic Park T-Rex.
I have a ton of Jurassic. Do you have the one that he eats people and then you open up his stomach and pull the people out?
I played with that. I played with that for so fucking long. I can't find mine. Like, I wanted to put it in my room as sort of a like collectible. Like, oh, this is a major part of my childhood. Right. That's probably one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite movie, actually, when I think about it. But I can't find mine. Like, to this day, that is probably my favorite movie.
Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you get up there, dude? I have no idea where you are.
I found a hole and I went into it because it just
Was it from the bottom?
When you find a hole, it just seems right to go inside.
Right. Like, but I can't find the fucking hole.
I went.
Why isn't it just spawning me where you are?
Because I didn't go far enough. but I can't find the toy, so I was like, maybe I could buy another one just for like having one. $500
Oh my god.
for that fucking toy.
Like, because you don't have it anymore?
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's like in a tub somewhere.
So wait,
in my
they're
garage.
selling that for $500?
Like it's because
Like on eBay or something?
like I saw it. I went on Amazon and someone was selling it on Amazon for $500.
Do you think anybody actually bought? Oh, in box. But do you think anybody actually bought it?
No one bought it because I put it on my wish list, and I've just been watching it to see if people actually.
Because it's one thing if someone had actually bought it, then I'd be like, fuck, I need to find mine and sell that shit. No one, I know we still have it.
No one's bought it, but at the same time, I was like, fuck, I can't even like. If I wanted to just buy this toy again for the sake of remembering my childhood,
kill myself? Will that
do
spawn me where you are?
Yeah, it should. Like, I couldn't even buy this toy if I wanted to buy it just for the sake of remembering my childhood.
God damn it. Wait, where were you just now? You had guns. I lost I fucking didn't even get to use the sniper rifle I had because I got so fucking lost. And now I'm stuck with dual.
Is there any
SMGs.
toy or anything from your childhood like that you don't have anymore that you wish you still like?
No, because we still have all of them. There are
none of them got lost in all your moves or anything like that.
None that I can think of.
None that mattered.
My mom's a hoarder, so she's never thrown out anything like anything that could even remotely have resale value or sentimental value. She would not throw it away. There are some video games that we sold over the years that I wish we hadn't sold.
Yeah, I feel that a lot. That's why I've pretty much stopped trading games in. I've gone like all digital.
But like now that emulators and stuff are a thing, it's not that bad because I can still play a lot of those games from my childhood, you know? Like,
True.
Like for instance, I would probably, even though I don't think it's a game that I would consider like a favorite or anything, I regret having sold like Pikmin, you know? Because like I had it as a kid because it was like one of the first GameCube games and I was super excited for it, but I could never like figure out how to play it very well, you know? Like it was too complicated for me to beat it. So like I sold it kind of thinking like, yeah, I'll never beat this game. And then, like, as an adult, it's like I totally get Pikmin now. I probably could play it no problem. Yeah, it's basically just like a baby's first RTS. But for babies, it's a little too complicated because of the, like, time management mechanics, you know? Like, that was pretty much what made it too hard for me, was that you had to, like... You basically had to get something done by the end of the day because you couldn't be out at night, you know?
There's a hole. I'm going to go inside.
Yeah. Good. Oh, well, there's nothing in this hole.
There's a pistol back here. If you want a
I'll
pistol.
take it. I'd rather have that than this fucking thing.
A game I wish that like I had never sold. There's a game I had for the original Xbox called Voodoo Vince. It's not like a classic.
I've never heard of that.
A lot of people haven't. It's not a classic. It's not a particularly good game, but I had so much fun playing it.
I can't find this pistol you speak of.
It's like
it's okay.
Literally right there.
I thought you were saying it was on top of the.
No, but what it is, you play it as a voodoo doll. And the way you would attack and fight enemies would be like you would take a needle and like stab it in your eye, and it would hurt the enemy.
This game sounds fascinating.
And the only reason my mom bought it for me was because my dad's name is Vince. So she's like, "Oh look, it's got your dad's name. Haha, why don't you go play it?" And I was like, "Okay." And I had never heard about it. No one ever talked about it. And I got rid of it when I sold my Xbox and everything. And I really wish I hadn't, because it still sells for like $40.
Right. And it's still like a
novelty. I enjoyed it a lot. Like that would be a game I would absolutely go back and play.
That sounds really cool. I've never heard of it at all.
Yeah, that was
I bet we're going to have like one or two comments on this video of like, oh my god, someone else has played that game.
That's probably one of my favorite major games, because I know like when I think of when someone asks like, oh, what's your favorite, the first things that pop to my mind are like big stuff, because that's what I think about. I have to really think about my favorite like non-major stuff, and Voodoo Vince is probably one of them. And it's like a linear game. It's not even like a crazy. It's you do the level and you're done. But just the way you attacked and fought
I've definitely
was so
got
cool.
a few games that are like that I've beaten and I thought were like cool that like I've never heard talked about. You ever play iNinja?
No.
That game was on like every platform, and it's like you play as like this little chibi ninja, and it's sort of like a goofy like action platformer with like a comedy sort of slant to it. You know, like the characters are supposed to be pretty funny.
It's one of the fucking big guys.
It was like an early PS2 game, and I think we might still have it. Yeah, I think we still have iNinja, but it was like one of the few PS2 games I actually beat, and it's not like great. It definitely doesn't deserve to be remembered the way the other games of that era have been, but like
Right, it's
it
not
was
something
not
that
bad at all.
If you put it in like a top 50 of all time, like that's not even gonna
it would not be
considered.
But like it is a solid game that you could probably find for $2 if you could even find it. You know, like that no one has really played or remembers. Oh, I think we finished the level. So next time on Digibro Pals, we're gonna get up and go get food. Because
Yes, while
this
we're
clip
on.
needs to be edited.